On this, the eve of Remembrance Day, I invite you to rise as you are able for the singing of our national anthem. Please be seated. I wish to extend a very warm welcome to all who have gathered here for worship this morning. We will share together both in a time of remembrance and a time of hope and promise as we welcome so warmly the members of the Resonance Choir who are filling our choir loft this morning. I wish also to extend a word of welcome to those of you who may be visiting with us, either because you're related to somebody in the Resonance Choir, or perhaps you've just found your way here today, but we're very glad that you are here. And to those who are worshiping with us via live stream, welcome. A number of folks to thank this morning. To our greeters, Greg and Carolyn and Judy and Gail, thank you for welcoming us today. To Sandy and George Vacheres, who will be doing the laying of the wreaths in just a few moments. To Malcolm McPherson, who will be reading the honor roll this morning. To Holden Hoover, who has brought with him both his voice and his trumpet. And to all of those who have shared refreshments that all of us are invited to enjoy following worship. I would also like to say a special thanks to Aidan, who is the Resonance drummer, and we are glad you are here today. Let us continue to worship with the acknowledgement of the land. On this Remembrance Sunday, as we give thanks for our freedom here in this place, we acknowledge with gratitude that we live and worship on lands that are by law the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq. May we live with respect on this land and in peace and friendship with its people as we work and pray for the day when all within our country will feel safe and strong and be free. Walaliok. Thank you. let us remain standing as we are able for our time of remembrance. But also please know that if it is wise for you to be seated, you are welcome to do that too. Let us continue with the placing of the wreaths.
Reading of the names of those who made the supreme sacrifice, 1914 to 1918. I. B. Archibald, Howard W. Murray, Sidney Chase, Wallace MacDonald, Otis Coulter, John J. McKay, Ernest Feetham, Jerry O'Connell, Harry L. Irving, Ilsley Stevenson, Robert Lane, Harry L. Young, Duncan Monroe, G. Blois, Arthur R. McCollum, John J. Cranton, Arthur P. McIver, Howard C. Dawson, Guy L. McNutt, John Harvey, William Ross, John L. Kennedy, David Young, Fred E. Mitchell, Edward S. Blanchard, Norman F. Murray, Oscar Koch, Hector M. McGregor, J. William Davidson, William H. McMillan, Chester W. Goodwin, Donald Robertson, George Kennedy, C. F. Young, Wilbert Larrabee, and those who made the supreme sacrifice from 1939 to 1945. Clarence Archibald, L. G. McLaughlin, Herbert L. Corbett, Lloyd R. Mann, Philip Donkin, Leland A. Smith, Lloyd Kerr, Truman Logan, James Christie, Mosier C. McPhee, Jack Donkin, Archie Rutherford, Henry Jones, L. Bruce Thistle, C. W. McClay Burns, Frank McNutt, J. Warren Cullen, Cecil Matson, Donald Hiltz, William L. Stevenson, Harold Linton, and those names from 2002 through to 2011. Thomas Hamilton, Nathan Smith, Christopher Reed, Darcy Tedford, Frank Mellish. They shall not grow old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
Please be seated. We move now from a time of remembrance into a time grounded in hope and in promise. To the children who are in our midst this morning, we invite you to remain for the fullness of the worship service, for it will include music that we think you'll enjoy. Let us continue now with our worship. I Worried, a poem by Mary Oliver. I worried a lot. Will the garden grow? Will the rivers flow in the right direction? Will the earth turn as it was taught? And if not, how shall I correct it? Was I right? Was I wrong? Will I be forgiven? Can I do better? Will I ever be able to sing? Even the sparrows can do it, and I am, well, hopeless. Is my eyesight fading, or am I just imagining it? Am I going to get rheumatism, lockjaw, dementia? Finally, I saw that worrying had come to nothing and gave it up, and took my old body and went out into the morning and sang. Just a little technical difficulty on my end. Thanks, Chris. When God began to create the heavens and earth, the earth was complete chaos, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind from God swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness God called night. And there was evening, and there was morning, the first day. Will you pray with me? May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be faithful to your holy word, O Holy One. Amen. Kathleen Yap is a young Singaporean woman and an award-winning nature, landscape, and wildlife photographer. Her presence is lovely. Her voice is gentle and kind. When she was just 5 years old, she moved with her family to England. And as an Asian child in England, other children there thought of her as strange. They made fun of her for being different. People judged her for how she looked and dressed and spoke. She felt like an outsider all of the time, as a child who didn't feel as though she belonged, who didn't have friends, who didn't have anyone really to talk to. She often cried herself to sleep at night. The only sense of belonging she knew was with the outdoors. Nature was kind of her home. Animals were kind of her friends. Nature was her place of solace, where she could be herself, where she could relax and experience a harmony, as she describes it, with her soul. In a beautiful short film called Find Belonging in Nature, Reconnecting with Earth and Yourself, a film produced by a couple that live off-grid in South Africa and whose production company is called Reflections of Life, Kathleen tells her story. She begins with a quote from Rachel Carson's book, Silent Spring, and the quote goes like this: "Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure as long as life lasts. Those who contemplate the beauty of the earth find reserves of strength that will endure as long as life lasts." Kathleen's own life story, from childhood to adolescence to adulthood, is one of resilience. And through it all, it is nature that strengthens her and brings her joy. Tenderly, Kathleen speaks of the disconnection she felt not only with other children growing up, but with her parents. Their culture, their families, their friends did not align with the kind of woman that Kathleen is in the world. A gender non-conforming woman. They do not align with the life choices that are hers. And though she longs to make her parents proud, she somehow cannot. As lovely and as gentle and kind and as accomplished as she is. And though she has come to be proud of who she is created to be and who she is called in this world to be, she grieves that her own parents are not proud of her too. Yet she believes that the most beautiful thing about our humanity is our differences. Sameness would be easier, she says, but not colorful. I think differences are beautiful, she says, and I appreciate them, and I celebrate them, and I am inspired by them. That perspective and her strength and her joy have all been nurtured in and by the beauty of creation. And of her calling, she says, I think if I was to do something beautiful for the world, it would be to show other girls out there who look like me, who think like me, that it's not impossible to chase their dreams, and that's something beautiful. And I think, she says, were I to meet nature, nature personified, I would probably start by saying, thank you. Thank you for being there for me when no one else was. Thank you for defining my life, for bringing color to the monochrome life that I had, being my friend, being my companion. Thank you for all the things I didn't know you did until I was old enough, and even today I'm still learning about all the things you provide and all the things you give. I spend time with her, nature. I spend my time just being in the midst of her presence and appreciating that all these small things are like the clockwork of what keeps the world going. That's what keeps me going, she says. That's what keeps me going, is the beauty of the earth. In a world that knows well the dark, stormy hour and the wind that stirs, and hears by times the cries of the scorched earth. In a world that knows well war and power that blind and blur, and hears by times hearts that cry out in pain. May music and may singing forever be our refuge indeed, and our light shining strong. And may the beauty and the strength of the natural world, earth, sky, creatures see. Guide us through our darkness and our pain and our strife, that we might sing and be and live and see one day God's liberating and healing peace here on this sacred earth. May it be so. Amen. Many ways to put our faith in action, not least of which music. I want to just remind folks that a week from this morning, we will be celebrating our anniversary Sunday here at First United. We will be receiving into our membership some new friends by transfer of membership. We will be launching our Prayer Angels ministry that morning, and we will also be enjoying the music of the church choir and the First United Handbell Ensemble, and there will be a lunch following, about which Lynn will speak in just a couple of moments. A reminder, too, to those of you who are on council, our next council meeting is a week from Tuesday evening, the 17th, 7 o'clock in the parlor. Committee reports are due on the 15th, which is this coming Friday, and any agenda items you may have for our meeting on the 17th, we kindly ask you to have them to us by the 12th. Be the
I think I've got this one working, maybe. I think so. There we are. Hi. I would like to invite you to hear these fine folks once again next Sunday afternoon, 3 o'clock, is the third project final concert, so for Earth Songs. And the admission is by donation at the door, and the proceeds this time are going to the Truro Farmers Market. So we're delighted to have that next week. And a week and a half from now, we welcome Ann Janelle and James Hill right here for a concert. And that's November's concerts. We've got 5 or 6, I think, coming in December. So stay tuned to your inboxes and right here for more information in the weeks to come.
Lynn.
Let me start by saying thank you to everybody who has contributed to our community soup. The box at the back is overflowing, and I haven't even looked to see what's out here. And I know that there have been many monetary donations come in as well. And if you haven't passed yours in already, just throw it in the collection plate, and I'll see to it that it gets to the right spot. Tracy will also take donations in the office until noon on Thursday. Immediately following next Sunday's anniversary service, we will move to the hall for soup and cake. If you are planning on attending, please call the office to register by end of day on Thursday so that the soup fairies know how much soup to make. I hope you can all join us. I have a question. Do you have a favorite coffee mug? I brought 2 of mine this morning. A mug sometimes tells something about you. Mine has music on it, and the other one has other words that begin with L, not Lynn, but love and live and laugh. We would like to encourage you next week when we have our soup to bring your favorite coffee mug. We can serve your soup in that, or you can save it for your coffee afterwards. But you can enjoy it and get to know each other, because I suspect your favorite coffee mug might generate some interest. Maybe you'll even make a new friend. Don't forget, let Tracy know by Thursday if you plan to attend, and bring your favorite coffee mug when you come to church next Sunday. Thanks.
Thanks, Lynn. Grateful for the blessings of this place, this community, and this day. Let us now share our morning offering. Holy One, we dedicate this offering, our gifts, to the work of your new creation here on earth. May that which we give be used wisely, that your love may be known widely. Amen.
So every Sunday for the past 8 weeks, I have had the distinct pleasure of working with these fine singers behind me. And every week, no matter how busy a day or how busy a week it has been, no matter how exhausted I might be, I come home from those times together feeling refreshed, feeling optimistic for the future, just feeling better than when I arrived. And it's because of their spirit of optimism and their spirit of hope that it gives me such hope at the same time. And so for that, I am grateful. And I know that they're very conscious about the state of our world right now. And that's part of the reason that we chose this theme of Earth Songs for this project. And so, with that in mind, recognizing that there is a lot of hardship in our world, at the same time, they are great examples of why there is beauty in our world. So I'm going to ask them to share with you some of those things, specifically asking, what do you love about nature? Or what gives you hope about our planet?
I love the peace and security that nature gives us, as well as I appreciate the strength that nature has.
I love the details in a snowflake.
The mountains. I love when the leaves turn different colors in the fall.
I love the colors in the sunsets.
I think there's hope for our planet because as long as we're always trying, especially as us as humans, we're always trying to be better. And I think that in and of itself is already hope for our planet.
I love how nature's beauty reminds us to take care of it, and then how it makes us feel safe.
I like the forest.
I love the rain.
I like the beauty of a sunrise on a winter's morning.
I like the songs of nature. I like the sound of waves crashing at the beach.
I like the oceans. I have hope for our planet because of people like us and our generation.
I love the smell of the pavement after it rains.
I love the rain.
I like the art that people can create with nature.
I love the feeling of cold breeze and the sight of the sunset.
I love the sound of wind in the trees.
I love watching the seasons change.
I love the trees.
For the diversity in our world, this is now working again. I'm telling you, someone's playing tricks with us. But for the diversity in our world made known to us here in this choir lot, and for the beauty and diversity in our natural world too, let us forever give thanks and be grateful. Amen.
Oh,
let us go forth into the world, singing and being and living and seeing in such a way that one day God's liberating and healing peace will be made known through all the earth. Let us go in peace. Amen.